Jay and everybody else who's out there looking after Dougie and keeping me honest. So, all good stuff. Right, here we go then. We're on the grid, Pete. We're ready to rock and roll. We've got some red lights. No, we haven't got a red flag yet. Now we've got a red flag. And again, we've got that split start with the 400s going first, the YPMs, and away we go. Craig Dance. I'd like to say Craig got a better start this time. At least he didn't go vertical with his front tyre clawing the air. But this time, it is the bike of Hayden Smith, the old style 400 that zooms away. The lad who holds the rookie 400 lap record, former champion in this class, of call Hayden. Very quick, as indeed is his father. You're running away already? Good grief, we bored you that quickly. Right, here go the YPMs then. Who's going to hook up nicely? Tell you what, pole position has got away very well indeed there, Pete. That's Alan Bushell. I think he's got the start on Alan Cooper, but it's going to get interesting down into the first corner. Does he brave it out? Yeah, looks like he has.
He did. I really thought he was going to get swallowed up there, but he kept that position on the outside of the track and just swept in front of the, I think it was David Ball and Mark Hay. So that was a very good start for him and into turn one.
Absolutely. Right up the to Agostini's go the 400s. I'll let Pete keep an eye on the 250 TZRs as yet is still Hayden ahead of Craig as we go up to Hamilton's for the first time, and all side by side stuff. And I think Dance Motor made a move there. Can't quite see in the sunlight there as they reflect. Is that Bushell still leading the way with the YPMs, mate?
Yeah, distinctive sort of black leathers, classic black leathers from Alan Bushell. He was still leading the way there, and it looked like Whippy was trying to make a move on the outside of Ball and Hay.
That's right.
But it looks like it didn't stick, and David Ball still is maintaining third place.
Well, I know the Whitby fan club is listening in Australia apparently. The Whitby fan club has been in touch to let us know that he's listening there. So, hi Dexter, hope it's going well over there, mate. I'll be there next week as well. We'll have to meet up for a drink if you're in Melbourne for next week sometime because I will be on Thursday and Friday, I think, next week, mate. Right, up the back straight we go then, disappearing out of our sight as we wait for the 400s who are already making their way around into Murray's for the first of 5 times. And let's have a look and see who's managed to sort themselves out here. Got to think that Craig Dance is going to be the man to beat here, and indeed as he comes across the line, he is now ahead of Hayden Smith. So Wilkinson up next. Luca Wilson and Ollie Sims, who's had those back-to-back races, of course. Jake Dogsley goes back by a couple of places. Crow, Marshall, Ormond also make their way across the line. So we'll wait and get TSL timing to give us the confirmation of the details as far as the YPMs go when they reach us, which they'll be doing very shortly indeed, because they're going to be playing that slipstreaming battle all the way up the front straight, and with this headwind coming up this straight slightly uphill, it's a very critical thing. I can see David Ball chasing hard for a lead there, and he is using that slipstream beautifully as he pulls out on Alan Bushell. Does Alan hold on to the outside? Yes, he wants this one. Oh, goes a little bit wide though. I think Ball gets back under, didn't he?
Yeah, it looked like he was going to go the inside of David and just pushed wide a little bit, and David cut back in and took the inside line.
Yep.
And can't quite see as they're heading down to the hairpin, but it was going to be a close call at this point. Alan Cooper's chasing there in 4th place behind Paul Whitby, and actually we were speaking earlier, Tom really isn't that far behind either.
And Alan Bushell, another one of our clubman riders actually, mate. You got some fast clubmans. In fact, we've only got 5 full licence holders in this class, it seems, these days.
Well,
the clubmans.
There we go. Yeah, and just sort of referring to Alan Bushell there, you may remember he won the last race here when we were in here in May, early on in the year.
Yeah, that's right, yes.
His first win. It was a very sketchy weather. The start raining at the S's, and he took advantage of it.
We had quite a few. I don't know, look, don't get me wrong, you've got to be out on the track, you've got to be doing the right thing, but you do get some race wins. As the great Mario Andretti said, some days they come hard, some days they come easy. You'll take them whichever way they land. And,
that's it, but the conditions were the same for everyone out there.
Yeah, absolutely. You've got to make the most of it, and Alan did indeed. There was a few surprise winners that weekend. It was great to see. You've got to love a surprise winner, haven't you?
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, but here, he's holding his own on a fully dry track at the minute.
And he's battling hard with the championship leader, of course, because we come in here with David Ball leading Alan Cooper, and Alan, actually, where is Alan Cooper? He's down in 12th place at the moment.
Well, something must have gone wrong there, because I'm sure he definitely crossed the line here in 4th place.
Oh, I'm sorry, I do apologise. It's 12th place overall. Right. He is running 4th in class. Yeah. No, sorry about that. I'm just looking at the screen overall as Craig Dance comes across the line with a 2:06.0 to lead Hayden Smith, Luca Wilkinson, Ollie Sims, Jake Dongers, Lee Crone and Marshall on Ormond. So now we wait for the YPMs to come back in to complete their second lap.
Yeah, I think there's been a change in the lead here, looking at maybe Alan's down to 3rd, but we'll get clarifications as they cross across the start-finish line in a couple of seconds.
Some good battles going on down through the field. There's a good three-way battle coming around.
That's changed quite a lot. That's David Paul followed by Mark. Paul Whitby's in third place, and it looks like Alan Cooper's just gone past Alan Bushell as well, and Tom Ridley's following behind.
Yep.
It looks like, poor old Taffy, Andy Bursko, he's had to pull out. He's just coming up the start-stop straight and pulled in just behind the scrutineer and bike. So thanks Bradley for that.
Yeah, makes himself safe. It's a great shame because a lot of people whinge about going to Llanelli for Pembroke, but that is from where he hails, of course. He's got a long old drive to get to any racetrack apart from Pembroke, which you only go to once every 5 years or so.
Yeah, that's right. I do think actually, Keith, you'd be pleased to see the winner of the last race was our very own road-going TZR.
Oh, brilliant. what a result. Hey, he was the only one there, but as we always say, you can only beat who shows up, and you know.
I mean obviously Abby dropped it at Agos as well, I think it was.
Okay.
So but he stayed on it, and he's taking that first place in the rookie. So.
Exactly, another surprise win. We say we love a surprise win, and indeed that's an excellent one.
Yeah. Well, he won't be racing tomorrow. He's just doing today's racing, so he'll go home a happy man. I'm sure of that.
Yeah, is he going to make presentation tonight?
Yeah, hopefully. You have to let him know that that's the deal and send him down there.
Hang around and pick up a gold medal because you don't get one of those every day.
Yeah, exactly.
That's for sure. Right, Craig Dance over the line to complete lap 3. Absolutely screaming away with this one, going quicker and quicker. 2:05.9. We're still a long way from the Glenn Davis lap record set 6 years ago of a 2:03.5. But as I say, lap record conditions are far from perfect today, that's for sure. He's 6.7 seconds ahead of Smith, 3.8 ahead of Wilkinson, who is only 0.3 of a second ahead of Sims. Dongsley just a tenth of a second behind those guys as well. So very much a bit of a battle going on there. Crone Marshall or Ormond make up the other machines in that 8-race Formula 400 Championship. Once again, we wait for the YPMs to come into view to show us where they are at 60% race distance, and it is David Ball who has got a lead, but I wouldn't call that a particularly comfortable lead. It's a race-winnable lead if you can hold on to it, but Paul Whitby is only half a second behind. It'd be great to see Witters on the top step of the podium again. That's Alan Cooper who's up to third there because he managed to pass both Haig and Bushell, relegate those guys. Ridley and Lee stay where they are. We know that Bursko unfortunately retired, so that's going to move Stubberfield up a place, and Abby Marshall is back out there, and she is the leading rookie in where are we? That's 18th overall, which is going to be 10th in YPM terms. She's ahead of Turner. Good to see Colvin out there as well, and chugging around, setting some reasonable lap times as well. But Ball, Whitby, Cooper and Haig is your order as we look to where they've disappeared to. They're coming out of Agos as we speak, and I think Witters is getting closer there, mate. That definitely gap is down. That's about 4 bike lengths now, isn't it?
Yeah, they're all very close together. What we've got left, a lap and a half.
This is a lap and a half,
yeah. So everything. David is going to have one mind on the point of course. He's going to still try his hardest to win this race, but if Whitby gets a sniff of this, he'll pull over him, that's for sure.
Well, Witters has been on the podium a few times this year, but he hadn't had that magic top gold spot yet. And he would dearly love to get his grubby little mitts on a gold medal, as indeed would anybody racing in these fields. It's as simple. That's what you do it for at the end of the day. That's the only real reward. Well, you get that mental reward as well, of course.
Yeah. Sometimes when you're, wherever you are in the field, you just got to kind of race yourself and let the times come to you. And as you improve yourself, you'll find that the rider in front of you will come to you, and that in itself can bring you on. So you've got to stick at it. I've always said, for some people who start their racing, you've got to give it 2 seasons. That first season's all about learning the bike and all the little niggles here and there and the nuances and the tracks. And second season, you've got that building block.
We had a mini twin racer a few years ago, Steve Mail, and Steve would be the first one to put his hand in the air and say he wasn't particularly quick, but he wrote a book called Sylvie and Me. It's all about his first season in racing, and you read the book and you think, yep, I've done that, I've done all these wrong things, and you all learn the hard way. And I'm highly a big fan of the book for rookies. Go on then, mate, what are you seeing?
Well, I've seen Paul Whitby has crossed the line in first place.
He has indeed, by 1/10 of a second ahead of David Ball, Mark Hay Haig, Alan Cooper there, and Cooper and Haig having their own really close battle there, actually. So that is definitely close stuff, a 1/10 of a second between each of those. So he's got one more lap. He would have seen that last lap with hurry-up flag. Daryl Dance doesn't need anybody to hurry him up. He's 10 seconds clear in the lead, but we're going to concentrate on this battle for the YPMs because this is a really good close scrap. The only close scrap in the 400s really is that third place, and Ollie Sims has just moved into there, so well done Ollie. He'll be delighted if he can pick a medal for his efforts in that particular class as we look towards the 74 machine coming out of Agos, is it?
I think Whippy here might be in a good position because the riders behind them are battling with each other, and I think they're slowing each other up, and this is giving Paul Whippy a chance to pull away and pull a slight gap. And he's on a very, very good bike. It's an Andy Ball TT engineered bike. This bike is fast, and he's going to make the most of this down the back straight, and if he gets those S's first, I can't see anybody catching him.
I think he's already broken the toe looking at his pace coming out of there, mate. I don't think anybody's going to be able to tow him. That's a good little gap if I'm picking up the right. That's David Ball there in second place, of course. Behind him is a good, you're right, they're having a big battle amongst themselves, of course, and obviously David, that slides off, as you say. He's going to have that championship mentality. He's going to be seeing Paul Whippy, he's going to be thinking, okay, I'm giving away 5 points to the guy, but I'm also picking up 20 without risking it. And you've been in that position yourself, Pete. You know what it's like trying to do well or win a championship, and you really are, at this age, end of the season, you are concentrating. It does actually